Hey everybody, Signature Immortal here, and welcome to Let's Play Kingdom. So I did wanted to do one quick run on this just to see how the game kind of went, and my quick run ended up turning into I made it to day 48, so I guess I've got a pretty good general grasp on the game. As for now, I just want to kind of show off how to get your base going in the early days to ensure that you actually survive. Really wasn't that difficult for me to figure out. I'd watched some other people playing it when it was still out on beta, and I managed, just by watching them and hearing audio cues and whatnot, to pick up quite a few little hints and whatnot. Now, this game seemed a lot simpler to me than people were making it out to be in their Let's Plays, so I really wanted to jump on here and get one pushed out that really showcases what you should be doing at the beginning, opposed to a lot of the Let's Plays that I've seen where people aren't really building enough archers. Some people are focusing too much on building defensive buildings, but nobody to defend them. Other people are rushing to farmers too fast, or getting too many of the workers with the hammers, opposed to getting more archers that they need. So right now, early on, you really only need one builder. And personally, it worked for me last time. I did not build guard towers right here on the inner part until much later, when I literally had so much money a day I could refill my coin purse 4 or 5 times in that day, and I was just basically throwing money away because I had nothing else to do with it. So for right now, I'm just running around gathering up people, and I put a wall on either side, and I just want to get as many archers right now as I can, even though I really only need 2, one for each side to cover for the first few nights. I want to pile on as many archers as I can right now until night 2, when I'm going to start upgrading my walls again. Because right now, level 1 walls will work for a while. Now, really, this is it's a nice indie game. It's a 2.5D scroller. I say 2.5D because it's 2D, but it's layered, so it also has background ambience on it, and you can actually see, like right here, I'm walking through the fire, and the background has got that, so it's really more like a 2.5D. 2D, 8-bit-ish side-scroller. It's a lot of fun. I think we get one more builder now that I've got enough archers piled up. But it's a really fun game. Once again, it's called Kingdom. You can get it through Steam. It just came out today for those of us that did not get a early game key for it. Now, the thing about this game is the day and night cycles are pretty fast, and at night, monsters come out of portals, which I'll show you later, and the monsters themselves will come and try to attack your town, so you need archers to defend the town, and you need walls to slow them down so your archers can kill them. Now, they're called the Greed. I called them trolls for a while before the actual developers told people what the names were. They kind of look like trolls. That's not really important. Basically, what you need to know about them is, if they hit you, if you have money, you drop a coin. For the smaller guys. If you don't have money, you drop your crown. If they pick your crown up, it's game over. If they hit one of your guys, if they have a weapon or a tool of any kind in their hand, it'll knock the tool out of their hand, and they'll steal the tool. If they do not have a tool in their hand, it knocks them back to being unhired for you. I guess that's a way to put it. I kind of call them, when they're not hired, they're just basic people before you give them a tool. I call them peasants. And then I've been calling the hunters, and the guys with the hammers, builders. So basically, if they hit one of your builders, it'll knock the hammer out of his hand and become a peasant again. If they hit your peasant, he drops the coin that you gave him to get him off at the beginning, and he'll go back to like they are right now, just wandering around and not being loyal to you, not helping you any. So you want to do the best you can to not have them get hit, so you need to keep them behind walls. So really, you don't want to start any building stuff later at night, and you don't want to start any building stuff later on in the day where it could put your guys out there at night. And see right there, after you hear those bells ring every day, there's a chest that shows up right here. At the beginning of the game, it's pretty fruitful. It drops you a nice amount of coins. Later on in the game, not so much. I believe it's past day 10, it only starts giving you 1 coin a day instead of the, 6 or so that I just got from it. So it does become an unstable place for income. So really, you don't want to rush to them, but later on in the game, I'd say around day 5 or so, you need to try and have a farm up. and at least one farmer, because they deliver you, I believe it's 4 gold a day. They farm during the day, and then when the farm goes down at night, they go back to the safety of the walls, and they give you the gold that they got from farming for that day. You see, right now, I'd love to go out further and get another guy, but the sun is already past half day, so he will not make it any farther from that to back to my base. So I'm just going to let that one guy come in. I've got my walls upgraded. I've got quite a few archers. I've got 2 builders. I'm going to make another archer. And the new guy that we just hired, I'll make him into an archer as well. Oh, I guess not. He's still out there, and I got this guy right here. So this guy right now is going to remain as a peasant unhired. Never mind. I lied. Give me the money from the rabbit. Thank you. So I will have plenty of archers now. So tomorrow I'm just going to take all the money they give me. I'm going to run out as far as I can over here to the left and try and get as many villagers as I can, or peasants as I can, to come back so I can turn them into probably just more archers, because right now 2 builders is fine. I just need to make sure that by night 5 there's normally a what they call a blood moon. You get a really big wave of the greed, and they will demolish you if you don't have a good 5 or 6 archers per side. I've noticed almost every playthrough that I've watched of other people playing Let's Plays or Let's Tries, they get completely wrecked on the first night because they don't invest enough in archers, and they undervalue them. They seem to think that they can have too many archers. And there's no such thing as too many archers until much later in the game. When you get to the point where you're making so much money a day, you're throwing it on the ground, you want to be careful on who you're hiring, because at that point, you'll have so many archers, and you want to waste money on stuff like buying arrows and buying the hammers and all that, and then you don't realize you'll get what's called knights later on, which I'll show you in another playthrough. You need those to actually press the attack back at the greed and destroy their portals. Now, if you don't have any peasants, and you've got maxed out hammers and maxed out scythes and maxed out archers, every time you get a peasant, they're going to pick one of those immediately, and you're not going to be able to make any knights. So you'll pretty much be at a stalemate in the game at that point, where you can't advance. There are small glitches in the game that I noticed through my first playthrough. Like I said, I meant to just do a quick playthrough. I assumed I would die pretty quick because I was just kind of getting the hang of it. But I ended up making it till day 48, and I was making so much money, my coin purse literally couldn't hold anymore. I was filling it up about 3 or 4 times a day. You see, those are the greed right there, and those are the lowest level ones. One hit from an arrow will kill them. Now, they're dead. They will not spawn anymore this early on in the game, so I'm going to start running right now, even though it's still nighttime. Now, later on waves, sometimes they're spread out a little more than that, so you need to be a little careful, but that's not until normally about night 25 or later. You can chase these deer back to your base, like right there, it went back the other way. I could walk with him and make sure he walks back towards my base for my archers to kill, but I don't really need the income from him. I really just want to find some more guys to hire out here. There's also one other important thing that I really need to figure out which side it's located on and where. There is a shrine that is made out of wood. There it is right there. When you upgrade this, it makes it so you can make stone buildings later on, which are, you need them before night 10 normally. Right now I only have 1 gold, so I can't make it, but this right here will be great for later on. Let me see if there's one more camp for me to hire one more guy. Nope, and see, that's one of the portals for the greed. And I could hear it making noise in the red inside of it, so it is active. So if I tried to walk past it, it would actually spawn a greed, even though it's still daytime, to try and chase me down, so you don't want to get too close to those. There are other ones that you'll see them, and you'll hear the noise, but there's no red glow, and you get up closer and the portal doesn't actually fill up with red. That means that they're not going to spawn there that night, 1. And 2, you can actually run right up to that, right past it, and none of them will pop out and attack you. Now, that only lasts for that day. So if nighttime comes and then passes and you're still not back past it towards your town, when you walk past it again, it could very well be active and they could pop out and attack you. So it's still to your best interest to not run past them. There are also other shrines in the game. There's one for the workers and one for the hunters. The one for the workers actually doesn't buff the workers as much as it gives you a extra layer of defense they can build onto your walls, which is literally just that. Yeah, I'm going to put another wall out here to extend my way out there a little bit, and I will make this one into a guard tower once that wall is up. Now that we are expanding a little bit, I'm going to make a 3rd worker. And we do have time to come over here to this camp that's closer to us on this side and hire, hopefully, both the guys. There might only be one. No, there are 2. Okay. I'm going to hire both these guys. And our hunter right there just gave us a bunch of money. That is from him killing rabbits that he's been doing this whole time. So we're going to collect all that up. I'm going to upgrade this to the level 2 wall. get arrows, or bow and arrows, in both of these guys' hands, and then I'm actually going to save my money to use that wood upgrade, like I told you about. Oh, let me upgrade the camp once as well. But I will give both these guys bows. Oh, I'm one short, so hopefully somebody on this side has a coin for me. There we go. These guys will be jobless for now because I want to upgrade the camp and I want to save the rest of my money so tomorrow I can go out and get that stone upgrade because I want to push that pretty fast. Now at night when your kingdom is this small, it is kind of boring because there's not much really you can do without risking yourself dying or getting your people killed. So it's best to just kind of stay inside the walls once it starts getting out to nighttime. I'm just wandering out here to see if these guys have any more money for me from hunting. This guy's out quite a ways, but he should make it back through the wall in time. A big issue at the beginning of the game is your archers don't necessarily stay near the side that they plan on guarding. So you can have one side like just now. There was about 6 archers over there, and there's only 2 here. So if this side gets hit by a decent-sized wave, you could get completely screwed all because your archers were hunting on the other side of the map, and now they're just going to walk all the way over there, and they walk really slowly. So they might not get there by the time the wave hits, and that wall might be down. Once the wall goes down, the greed hits your people, and they lose their tools, or they lose the gold, and they go back to being peasants. So it's a little bit of a pain on that one. I'm not sure if that was an oversight or if they made it like that intentionally to make the beginning of the game a little more challenging. So far, I'm really not having any issues with this game. It seems pretty straightforward to me. It's, you know, it says build, defend, expand when you first start, and really you just need to do just that, but not in that order. You really need to do it in the opposite order of what it says. Defend, expand, build. So right here, I could put that wall up right now, but I'm not going to, and I'm going to wait for that bell to chime so I can get my extra money here because I do not have enough right now for that stone upgrade, which is what I want today, and then I'm going to get some more people. There we go. So you can hear the bells, and that's why I got that just now. Now I'm going to run. That's another thing, is your horse actually has an invisible stamina bar. I've been playing with that during the 48-day run that I did before this. It seems like running for about 5 seconds and then walking for about 5 seconds, you don't really ever run out of stamina. So you kind of maximize your horse's stamina, whereas if you run all the way out of stamina, it takes roughly 20 seconds for it to come back, opposed to the 5 seconds of walking and 5 seconds of running. You can make a lot better distance off this, from what I've seen. I don't know the exact numbers on that. These are just estimates that I've got from playing it earlier. And me running my horse, seeing how long it could run, how long it would stay drained of stamina and whatnot. See right here? I got perfect. I got one more, so I'm going to come out. Oh, that's right. There was a portal right there. So I can't hire another guy on this side. If we make it back to the town on time, I will go to the small, or the outpost that was right next to me on the other side and see if I can hire one of those guys. Not so much an outpost, they're just tents and a campfire, really. But, so I got these 2 guys coming back. I don't have money to give either of them tools, so I will opt to just hire a third hand. Normally, I do not recommend hiring people you don't have the money to put tools in their hands, but right now we have plenty of defense and builders, so I'm not that worried about it. Tomorrow, I will focus on getting the next upgrade on the town. That will automatically upgrade towers on the inside, so I want to make sure that I have my outer walls done up first. But that's another nice thing, is if you can abstain from building walls and towers on the inside, the very first 2 that you have on either side of your town, when you upgrade the castle itself and it makes a wooden wall back here, which would be the next upgrade, I believe, it'll automatically build a tower here and a wall here of wood. And then when you upgrade later on to stone, it will turn them into stone. So it's basically free upgrades. So wasting your money on the inner ones that aren't really helpful to you is really just wasting your money, just that. Unfortunately, none of these guys hunted any rabbits because none of them spawned over here. Once I break this tree down and push farther out over here, this ground here should turn into grass-looking stuff, kind of like this, but a little taller, and rabbits will spawn on it. So for now, we got nothing to hunt over on that side, so that side will not yield me any money for a while. Hopefully this side still has stuff spawning, because if not, this is going to get rough pretty soon without having any income, really, besides the daily chests. I might have to push to farm sooner. And see, the really nice thing about this game is it's a randomly generated map every single time. So you're never going to have the same stuff near your base or farther away from your base. The only thing that I've seen that stays kind of constant is where your base starts at in the map, how much money you get, there being 2 hires there, and then this first camp right here always seems to be just on the other side. Other than that, these walls, the towers, everything else is pretty randomized. Where there's patches of grass for the rabbits to spawn up is randomized. How far away other encampments are so you can hire people is pretty randomized. Obviously, the cost of stuff always stays the same. Where the shrines spawn at is completely randomized too. It also randomizes your character, so you don't get to choose who you pick. It makes you either male or female. It randomizes the tone of your skin, the color of your dress or tunic if you're a guy. It randomizes your banner here. So it's got a lot of randomization in it, and for being 8-bit, I think it's pretty graphically pleasing. I like it. And see, now they're sending more guys in bigger waves. That's why I wanted so many archers here. They killed them. And look at this. Just a couple hits they did in there almost broke down the wooden wall, which is really why we wanted that stone upgrade. So now that we have that stone upgrade, I can worry about putting my outer walls of stone and getting more archers again to make sure that when I hit night 5, which I believe is in 2 nights, I don't get completely crushed. But for now, that was just a basic rundown of how the game was going. I will do a more in-depth video later on of actual pushing through gameplay. See, here's night 5. So I'm going to cut you guys off before the big wave and let you guys go from there. So hope a lot more people get this game and you guys are enjoying it. It's a lot of fun and it's only $9, so it's not bad at all. See you guys next time. Hey everybody, thanks for all the support in the videos. If you like this game and like this video, hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe. Thanks.